channel. Long time no see. Today we've got my G80 M3 right here and my F83 M4 that I actually just sold to my friend right here. And it's gonna be the last time it's in my possession on the channel. However, it's gonna be on the channel in future videos. But we are gonna take the HREs off of this, put the stock wheels back on, and get into some more stuff with G80. So that being said, let's get in the video. It's been a long time since I've said this, but I actually regret selling this car. So after driving the M4 a little bit with putting the old wheels on it, not gonna lie, it's been a couple months since I sold the car. I haven't been able to update you guys, but I do miss it, and I definitely see one of these in my future. I kind of regret selling it, especially considering the market has literally went up on these cars, and this is like the highest spec you can get. It's like a $91,000 MSRP, so it has like every option. Not gonna lie to you, with the stage 2 tune and downpipes and intakes, it's honestly more invigorating feeling than the G80 because it's stock. So it makes me really want to mod the G80 or really get something and modify it. So not sure what we should do. So as you guys can see, it's got the stock wheels on it. It's looking good, kind of aggressive. I always kind of like this look. Matches like the black Shadowline trim really well. I think the cars look really good together. It's almost the same color. This is mineral gray and that's obviously frozen dark gray. But yeah, I'm glad this thing is at a good home close by, and I always get to drive it if I need to. But honestly, this chassis, the F83 M4, is probably one of the best cars for the money, even if you spend $60,000 on it. Now, I don't necessarily have anything against the G80. It's a great car, and it's a lot of car for the money on paper. The only issue is, in a stock form, it's just like a rocket ship that sounds like a vacuum cleaner, and it's cool to do things at fast speeds, and it's really good to drive. You can slide it out really nicely. The transmission's great. But at low speeds, it's really not that fun when you compare it to something like even the M4 with the twin turbos, and obviously this is twin turbos too, but the torque, the sounds, the DCT noises, and everything with the intakes, it's really cool. And then like a V8 M3, like the E92s that I had on the channel previously, and even E46s are fun because it doesn't take you that much speed to actually enjoy yourself, which is something with this car that's kind of a struggle. Like I said, the handling dynamics are really fun, but when you're not really on track or not hitting a bunch of awesome turns, you don't really get to utilize it. So as a daily driver, how I use it, it's hard to have a bunch of fun with it, but I don't think that means it's a bad car. I do love it, and for the foreseeable future, do plan to keep it. However, I did have to purchase something to fill that gap. Now, I actually did sell the M4 technically to my buddy quite a while back, so I've been without it for a bit. It has been winter here in Chicago, as you can tell, so I didn't really need anything. But now with braking and the weather finally changing, I had to do something. And it's a chassis I have never owned before. I've owned the E92, but I have not owned this one. So I think that gives a pretty good preface as to what it's going to be. But let's go check it out and let's see what you guys think about it, and let me know what you think in the comments. All right, you guys, so I don't know if you guessed it, I ended up picking up a 2013 BMW E93 M3 right here. I'm really excited about it, and if you guys see, we're gonna lay over the clips. Actually, my birthday, Sunday, they delivered the car from California. It's been a deal that's in the process for a little while, but it's finally here, and I'm super excited to show it to you guys. So real quick, follow me around the camera with the camera. This thing is really, really dirty. It came all the way across the nation pretty much, and it's completely stock. It's, like I said, 2013 full option, but it's windy and really cold out here, so let me pull it in the back and let's give it an obligatory wash and then go over some of the specs and why I chose this car. Let's go. All right, you guys, so I wanted to wait to show you. I did get those seats redone, not necessarily completely, but completely touched up, which is always a first thing I do after, obviously, the initial clean. So as you can see, these things look literally perfect along with these sides right here. Steering wheel and all that column was perfect. And then this seat is nicely done as well. Now, the two things that were really bothering me in this car at first, after buying it, were this little start stop button right there. It's super worn, as you can see. And then come to the back of the car. The badge is just super faded from that California, Arizona sun. So really quick, let's pop those on real quick. I think I got to take apart the dash, and then obviously peel that rear badge off, replace those two things, and that should be a wrap. All right, you guys, so as you can see, these are brand new parts from BMW. You guys know we only go to one place. That's Elmer's BMW here in Elmhurst, Illinois. The best dealership. It's where I got the G80 over there from, and it's where I get literally all the parts and service done for the used cars. As you can see here, that is the old button. It's really greasy and kind of gross and faded, and then this is the new one. This is like, I think $85 or something like that. And then the badge, you guys already saw the back one, but the badge here is nice and fresh, as you'd expect. I think this is like a $40 part. I think it was a total like $127 for both of these parts, and they make a huge difference to how the car looks and just, you know, the general wear items, because everything else looks fresh and it kind of ruins the interior and it ruins the back end, in my opinion. So little things you can do to make a used car from 2013 just a little bit better and just nicer looking. As you can see, this looks really fresh, and took all of, I don't know, 5 minutes to do. Literally just yank this off, no screws or anything like that. I see a lot of people removing the plug for the climate controller here. Didn't really even have to do that, just pinch the old one out, replace the connector, and then put it right back in. And we are good to go. Looks like everything's on there solid. Now let's go back and do the match. All right, so you guys, so this thing is looking much better. No front plate, nicely washed up. The start stop button is fresh. The M3 badge is fresh, and the interior is nicely done up. So I'm really happy with it so far. California car, 2 owners, no accidents or anything like that. It does have 123,000 miles, which raises a lot of questions, but it does. It is a 2013, so it does have the revised rod bearings, which a lot of people don't get triggered. I know they still go bad, but this car was not a part of the recall. It's got a lot of oil analysis done. It's been fine. It's got the throttle actuators done, and it also has the clutches done, which is like a $7,500 job over at BMW. So far so good. There's literally no issues with the car yet. I'd love to do wheels and I'd love to do exhaust. Other than that, I'll probably keep it relatively stock. Now, the reason I bought this car over anything else really is just the market to me right now is so ridiculously high. So anytime I can get the opportunity to buy a car pretty much for pre-market pricing, pre-crazy market pricing, I do so. So obviously I love M3s. I would love to buy a coupe, a manual one, or a sedan, whatever, but I don't have a convertible that I really love to drive right now because I sold the M4, as you guys saw, and this was kind of the replacement. The M4 made a little bit of profit, and obviously had a lot of equity in that car, so kind of just moved that into here, and it's fulfilling the need for now. I haven't put the exhaust on it yet, so I haven't really fallen in love with the car because I think that's like the best part about these E92 or E90X M3s, E9X M3s, is the exhaust note and the V8. They're not crazy torque, but they do pull nicely with that 4-liter V8. But otherwise, car's good. Not the best color combination in the world, but I think it's a very classy one. You got jet black, which is not carbon, which looks really nice because it's a real black color. On the extended beige or tan, whatever it's called, Novilla leather. So good there. Last model year that they made these cars, so can't complain. Hardtop convertible, good car all around. Probably keep it for a couple months or maybe more, and you know, move on to the next thing, judging the market over time. There's other cars I'd love to bring to the channel. It just really depends on price. So with that being said, guys, thank you so very much for watching. As always, like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you did not. Subscribing would mean the absolute world to me. You can follow me on Instagram at Kyle Sulkar, or for all my behind the scenes stuff and agency stuff, you can follow me at Sulkar Media. So once again, thank you guys so very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.